My introduction to Hemingway was actually that he was a man who took his own life in my home state of Idaho. And after that, I'm embarrassed to say, it was a long time before I actually read any of his works. Uh, Once I did read them, though, to be honest with you, I wasn't that impressed. But this is just because his writing is so simple at first glance that it seems so plain and so easy that it doesn't seem impressive. But that's only if you're looking on the surface. And once you truly understand him, a whole new world opens. He writes incredibly straightforward prose, which often doesn't have any embellishment at all. And the dialogue is often so simple that it's just short and to the point and casual and conversational. However, this only shows what's on the surface, and since there's so few words, the reader really has to dive in and try to extract from them everything that he can. And this is especially true of his work, The Old Man and the Sea, which we'll be looking at today. And to understand this work in its entirety, we have to understand that Hemingway uses what we call iceberg theory, and that is basically that only a tiny portion of what is to be understood is actually on the surface. The rest is down below, and the reader needs to dive in and try to understand that. So please take what I just said and apply it to this book as we go through. So here we go, The Old Man and the Sea. Enjoy. The story features an old fisherman named Santiago, who has run into a string of bad luck and hasn't caught a fish for 48 days. The parents of his apprentice, Manolin, see this as a bad omen and suggest that Manolin should go fishing with some luckier fishermen. The old man agrees with this idea, so Manolin does as he is told. The two remain friends though, and Manolin even helps the old man haul up his gear in the evenings. This bad luck streak continues for many more days, and the old man is forced to take his boat out further into the sea in desperation. As luck would have it, he finally hooks a large marlin, but Santiago is too weak to reel it in, so the fish pulls the boat. The old man feels sympathy for the marlin, as both of them tire and become injured through the battle that lasts for 3 days, until finally the fish can bear no more, and it dies from a stab from Santiago's spear. As Santiago sails toward shore with his hard-earned trophy, the blood that pours from the dead fish attracts sharks. He manages to defeat the first shark, but loses supplies such as his harpoon in the fight. He kills a few more with crude weapons, but in the end, he loses the battle and his precious marlin is devoured. He somberly sails back to shore and then heads to bed defeated. He wakes to find Manolin next to him with coffee and a copy of the recent baseball scores, because the two of them are both baseball fans. The old man learns that all the other fishermen are amazed at the size of the carcass still attached to his boat, and everyone realizes that his unlucky streak has ended. The boy and the old man agree to be fishing partners again, and the old man returns to a deep sleep where he dreams of lions at play in Africa. So what does this all mean? The suffering of the old man is akin to the suffering of Christ, and at one point this is clearly alluded to when the book compares the old man's cries against the sharks as being like, quote, feeling the nail go through his hand and into the wood, end quote. In the story of Santiago, we find a man who, despite God seemingly turning against him, finds meaning in the struggle and stands up like a man to face the storm head on. Thank you.